represents the presidential candidate of the New Democratic Front, Sajith Premadasa, led by Ajith P. Perera, made an inquiry from the National Elections Commission about this matter. Ajith P. Perera presented a letter to the National Election Commission today, which consists of several questions against the statements made by President's Counsel, Attorney at Law Ali Sabri. The questions are: has Gotabaya Rajapaksa presented the relevant documents of his citizenship to the National Election Commission? If so, when were they presented? Has the documents relevant to the renunciation of Gotabaya's US citizenship been proved genuine? If so, what is the conclusion of that examination? Can copies of these documents be obtained? What action will be taken if the statements made by the lawyers are proved to be false?
The chairman of the National Elections Commission has very clearly stated that no documents in relation to the Sri Lankan citizenship or the US citizenship of Gotabaya Rajapaksa has been presented before the commission. Stating further, he said that they have not looked into the authenticity of those documents which are said to be produced, and they have no way of doing so as well. The chairman and the members of the National Elections Commission said that therefore the statements made by the lawyers at the media briefing yesterday are false. It is a grave mistake to make such statements without presenting such a document on the day of submitting the nominations, and saying that the authenticity of those documents have been looked into and that the National Elections Commission was satisfied with it is a complete lie too. The cases were filed by another group. When the Supreme Court took up the case, the court did not come to a conclusion that Gotabaya Rajapaksa is a citizen of Sri Lanka. The case has been dismissed, and the decision of the Supreme Court clearly states that the CID has the right to continue investigations regarding this incident, and that the decision of the case will in no manner hinder the activities of the CID. There is legal right to continue the investigation of obtaining a fraudulent certificate. The file that contains information of Gotabaya obtaining the Sri Lankan citizenship is missing. There is a problem if the procedure of renouncing his US citizenship has not been completed.
Meanwhile, presidential candidate Milroy Fernando inquired on the matter from the Elections Commissioner today. I went and gave him this letter. He said he hasn't received this as well. I especially regret the fact that a President's Counsel said that all of these documents were given to the Elections Commission. The Elections Commissioner has not given any documents. It's hilarious that these kinds of candidates have been fielded and a President's Counsel is making these kinds of statements to deceive the people of the country.